Hey guys, welcome back to another Read by Ryan video. And today we're going to be, as the title suggests, doing the 24 books I want to read in 2024 tag. Yeah, I've got a little bit more than 24 I want to read. And they're all scattered around me. So if I'm like reaching behind and grabbing stuff, I do apologise. And this lighting is wild and strange, but I'm running with it because I've got nothing else at the moment. So let's just get into it. The first book that I want to read is Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. This one I'm obsessed with. I cannot wait. I know very little about it and I don't want to know so much about it as well. So yeah. This one sounds completely amazing. It's basically, all I know really is I believe it is set in a IKEA store. Well, it's not called IKEA, it's called Orsk. And so what happens in here is that I believe there's either a ghost or a demon that's moving stuff around, and a couple of employees have to work the night shift to see what's going on. I've seen so many great reviews and I just can't wait to read it. I'm definitely making this a priority in 2024. The next two I have are the Atlas Paradox, well the Atlas 6 series. I only have 1 and 2. Number 3 very recently came out and I need to get that as well. It's on my wish list, so I cannot wait to make that a priority and buy that when I have the money to. The next one is one of my favourite authors. I've got 3 of his books. I'm going to have to dig around and see if I can find them. By Lingwood Barkley. And the first one is Look Both Ways. This one is basically, I believe a company goes to an island and gives everyone self-driving cars. But the thing is that on the big launch day, a virus gets uploaded into the system. So it's basically, as Lingwood Barkley says, imagine being on an island with 1,000 Christines. Up my street. That sounds scary. The other Lingwood Barkley I have is Find You First. This premise is so strange. So this tech billionaire, I believe he dies or he's on his deathbed. Basically what the story is that he has children that he doesn't know about, and there's one good person that's trying to find them, but at the same time that there's a bad person that's trying to find them. And so you kind of want the good guy to find you, not the bad guy, because I believe he kills you and wipes all trace of you from the earth. So basically as if you never existed at all. Sounds really creepy. It's Lingwood Barkley. It's going to be epic. And the other Lingwood Barkley I have is Never Look Away. This one sounds so amazing. I believe it's about a child that goes missing at a fun fair. And I believe the wife is creepy. I don't really know. I basically don't want to know anything about it. It's Lingwood Barkley. It's going to be epic. Like I said in the previous one, he's one of my favourite authors at the moment. I read Elevator Pitch by him last year and I've become obsessed with him ever since. I've also pre-ordered his new book, which sounds amazing as well. So these next 2 books are ones that I've very recently received. The first one is the Sarah J Maas one. Can't speak today apparently, and it's The House of Earth and Blood. It's Crescent City. I've never read her before, but the hype has got to me and I want to read this and probably the other 2 in 2024 as well. I don't have the other 2 yet, but like I said, they're on my wish list and I want to make them a priority to receive. And the other one I have very recently received is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. This one sounds just absolutely incredible. Like I said, I know very little. I like to know very little when it comes to horrors and thrillers. So I'd like the story to just unravel naturally as it goes along. So I'm obsessively can't wait to read this. I'm making this a priority. The next book I have is The Jigsaw Man by Nadine Matheson. Again, it's another thriller. I don't really know anything about it. I believe it's about a killer who, I don't know if there's a copycat killer or I'm not really sure what this one's about. I believe it's either a killer who's behind bars but he's kind of killing from behind bars, or there's a copycat killer who's doing something. I don't know. I am very like I said before, I don't like to know anything about thrillers when I go into them, so this one just looks absolutely amazing. This lighting is awful. Maybe I shouldn't have filmed this now. The next one I have is Stephen King Firestarter. I've read a lot of his older works. This is one I've never read. I've never been interested until very recently, and all of a sudden I'm obsessed with wanting to read it. So I need to make this a priority. It's basically about a girl with pyrokinetic powers, and I believe there is an organisation called The Shop who want to take them out, basically. The next ones I have are the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I bought these basically on the recommendation of booktubers who I obsess over, namely Cody, because I know she absolutely loved Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I kind of just, yeah, I've got the rest of them. That's it. I did it purely on booktubers' recommendations. Next book I have that I want to read is My Dog Vanessa. It's a little bit of a departure. It's more of a dark contemporary, and it's basically about a woman, and she's kind of realising that she had a relationship with a teacher when she was 15, and she's kind of realising that he is actually a predator. So I believe it's going to be very dark, very emotional, a lot of mixed feelings regarding it, and I know that there was an incredible demand and incredible rating for this book. So I want to get to it this year, and hopefully I do. And what would a 24 books to read in 2024 a video be without an autobiography? And of course I've got to choose the Queen herself, Michelle Obama. I need to read this book. I've heard so much about it for years. It's maybe one of the greatest autobiographies ever, and it's Michelle Obama. She is the GOAT. So I have to read it, and I know it's going to be amazing. I've got a few more that for you to listen over, so I promise I'm not going to take too much more of your time. The other one is Holly by Stephen King. This one just sounds amazing, and Holly's out on her own, killing it. So yeah, I believe it's about a couple of elderly academics. I believe they're university professors, and I believe they're kidnapping and killing children. That's all you need to know, and it's Stephen King, so it's going to be good. The next one I have is Stephen King's Fairy Tale. I'm a little bit behind on my new Stephen King releases, and I need to catch up. So this one, it's basically about a boy. He befriends like a really grumpy old man who has a dog, and when the man dies, that's in the synopsis, I'm not giving you a spoiler, he finds a portal to fairy tale worlds, and it's a big chunker as well. I believe it's about 500-600 pages, and I like it when he goes kind of high concept, and his books are a little bit longer, so I'm excited for this one. And oh god, I've got more. I mean, I was looking at the pile there, I didn't realise there was a pile there. Right, okay. Oh, Hex by Thomas Oldhuetveld. I believe he is Dutch, I believe. This one is basically about a witch which goes into people's houses, and it sounds creepy as hell, and I've had it for years and I need to read it. This one I know absolutely nothing about. It's The Last Girl by Goldie Moldavsky. I know nothing about it, and I believe it's kind of like a thriller horror. I think it's about a girl who's obsessed with horror films. That's all I know. Like, that's all I need to know, really. So, yeah, that one. That was a terrible explanation for that one, by the way. Next book I have is The Woman in the Window by A.J. Flynn. I've seen the film to this. Amy Adams, incredible. She's awesome in it. Need to read the book. So I kind of know the story, but I've heard that the book is meant to be way better. So definitely a priority in 2024. The next book I have is Adam Neville's No One Gets Out Alive. I know nothing about this, but I think he's got the nickname of like the British Stephen King. He's meant to be amazing. I'm pretty sure I read one of his other previous books. I couldn't tell you which one because it read about 10-11 years ago, and it was really good. This one I believe is basically about a woman who takes an apartment or flat in like a block of flats, and weird shit happens. And this one's like 600-700 pages. So this one's a chunker as well. But yeah, I've heard amazing things about this one, and it's meant to be so cool. And the last ones are a trilogy by one of my favourite authors, and it is John Avid Lindqvist's. This trilogy, I'm pretty sure it's called the Plasterna trilogy. Don't quote me on that one. So we have I Am Behind You, I Always Find You, and I Am the Tiger. They all just sound extremely creepy. And yeah, I can't wait to read all of them as well. That was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. I was hoping for maybe like a 5-6 minute video. It looks like it's going to be closer to 10 minutes. So I do apologise about that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you've read any of these, which I'm probably sure that you have, please let me know, just so I can gauge my interest. And also let me know if any of the books that I've chosen are actually decent as well, or if you want to pick them up as well. Let me know. Alright, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.